Let's go.
Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 9, Episode 2.
They are not going to let us off this island, y'all. We are still here. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Blair, you ready?
I'm ready.
Walk us through this, please.
Mel says that she doesn't have to speak out against anything. Stormi doesn't think that the ladies deserve to get the level of hate that they have been getting, and she tells Mel to state where she stands. Mel says that she doesn't have to state anything. People hate her. She's had to block people. She's gotten DMs from the fan base of the other cast members, but she doesn't tell them to check their people. Stormi asks, well, are you okay with what they do? She talks about how she had to turn herself into jail because of a millimeter. Mel has no reaction. Shanita asks, well, what exactly do you want from her? You already know the answer is no. And Stormi would like to hear it from Mel directly. Mel again says, well, Mel says that she has nothing to say. Kimmy says that if, everyone felt when it comes to like the civil rights movement and the black experience, that, if we felt like a difference wouldn't be made, then because, of things that we said or not said, then people wouldn't say anything. But it's best to just put something on the record that you don't agree with certain things. Mel says that if a person, this is what she says in the confessional, if a person gets arrested, you have a reason to be arrested. As a business owner, no one is going to get her out of character in order to file charges on her. She calls the group delusional.
That confessional of Mel that Blair just read, ew.
Yeah,
that was kind of you know what I'm saying. Do you believe, Blair, that Mel do get hate from the fans of other casts?
I'm sure she does.
Me too. Right. But do you also believe, while knowing that she gets hate probably from Tisha fans, probably from Kimmy fans, probably from Stormi fans, or probably just people who are anti-Mel? You get what I'm saying? Do you believe that she should state where she stands, though?
I do.
Help me.
I do. I just don't think it's a negative or it's going to be a drawback for you to say that you don't agree with people harassing your castmates. I just don't think that's a terrible thing to say. I think that, as a cast and as co-workers, you want to keep the show going for as long as possible. And in that, people need to have their businesses to be able to record in and to have open and thriving and, all of these things that make the show what it is. So if you have people who claim to be your supporters going out and doing things to be a detriment to people's lives and businesses, then I think it would be good to say, hey, me and this person may not get along, but it doesn't mean that you guys need to harass them or try to bring them down in any type of way. I just think about like different housewives. What do you call it?
Atlanta?
No. I think it was like Beverly Hills or whatever. And people were attacking okay, I'm going to the left, y'all. Sorry.
I'm about to say, this real left.
The people were like, I think attacking Garcelle's son or something like that. And, a lot of the women were saying, well, people should not be going online talking bad about people's children and, going against, our castmates and threatening people. Like, that's not something any of us stand for. So for Mel to not be able to just say that, at least, it's odd. It's very odd. And maybe it's even a little bit telling, but I don't know why she can't say that.
Here's the thing. I don't know what Mel is thinking. And it's kind of weird because I'm like, what do you lose, to your point, Blair, by just saying like, I don't agree with basically people attacking you. Right? I don't even think Mel secretly support people attacking her castmates.
Right.
Like I don't take her silence as her agreeing for people to do this as well. So I want to state that. So that's why her silence is weird to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm like, okay, if maybe I'm naive, maybe like in the comments, y'all would have to teach me or learn me and things of that nature, to where it's like, is Mel really that foul that she would want someone to call target to affect Stormi's like livelihood? Is Mel really that foul that Mel would be behind Stormi having to turn herself in and things of that nature because someone's harassing her outside her work or business? Is Mel really that foul? Is she really that low that she support basically the cyberbullying that's going on against her castmates? And I just find it very strange that there are fans and then there are like extremists. There's like fanatics that's like like more.
Stands.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't think Mel like y'all. You get what I'm saying? But I have to take your silence as like, hey, what the teacher say? By not giving an answer, you kind of giving me an answer.
Yeah.
And then to come in the confessional. Now, this is where I'm like, Mel, stop it. Right? To come in the confessional on some, hey, if you're a multi-million-dollar business as Stormi is and things like that, why don't you have basically the land work, or basically the plan if somebody was to trespass against you, that somebody can be there to call the authorities and things like that. Obviously you did something, right? And I'm just like, wow, her beef with Stormi is really taking it to another level. And honestly, I think she's personally jealous of Stormi. That's my opinion.
Possibly.
I think she's jealous of Stormi because, like, I don't know if y'all remember, I think it was last season, or was it this? No, it definitely wasn't this season, because this season is kind of last season, but they named it 9. You get what I'm saying? And we still on the island. But it was some conversation that Mel was having, like Stormi was trying to be the HBIC or something like that, and she trying to be the lady in charge, but I am the lady in charge. I was like, well, I don't think Stormi ever wanted to be in charge.
No.
I just think she make more money than you.
Yeah.
I just think in business she's more successful than you. That's it. Like you, whatever insecurities you get from that, that's on you, Mel. But yeah, Mel, your silence was telling.
So Tisha asks what happened with Martell to Trisha.
Oh yeah, Tisha she's stirring the pot.
Trisha says that Martell asked her to train him. They met at his house to work out.
Yeah.
And Stormi says, well, at the gym, you said that it wasn't true. Now you're saying that it is true. And Trisha was like, yeah, I lied. Because she didn't want it to look a certain way. So she just lied about the whole thing.
Right.
Now it's talking about, well, we all know Martell is fine, but why were you at his house?
What?
And she says that she trains people at their houses. Stormi says, as a friend, you said like no, kind of like aggressively.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that, especially since it wasn't anything at the end of the day anyway.
You're right.
And Trish says it was strictly about training, and she doesn't get why it was put out the way that it was anything more than that. Mel pretty much does not address the conversation. She says it is what it is. She doesn't have any feelings about anything, and she would like everyone to continue to enjoy their vacation. They have about a day and a half left. She's going to have them wrap up this dinner, and we're going to enjoy tomorrow.
Me first. I don't believe nothing that come out of Trisha's mouth.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I don't, because my thing is like, you thought the lie was actually simpler. like
my thing is she's still lying, because she said, oh, I train people at their houses, but the first time you told the story, at least when you told it to Ken, I don't know, she told the story about 3 different times and it changed every time. So one of the times she told the story, she said, oh, we didn't make it to the gym.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing if you were going to train him at the house, or you did train him at the house, or you be training people at their house. Y'all didn't make it to the gym, so there was no training that happened. So now she's saying she trains people at their house. So yeah, every time she talks, it's a different story.
First of all, if I was to hire you and you come to my house as a trainer, I'd be like, what we gonna do here?
Yeah.
I eat here. You get what I'm saying? Like why wouldn't you have a gym membership to train me where there's equipment to where it can be an efficient workout?
And she does. She trains people at the gym. So I don't know why she's talking about she be training people at the house now.
Are you even a trainer? Like now I have to question everything. Or are you just the type to be making house calls to Martell? And the truth of the matter is, Tisha threw this rock and hid behind everything, because this really had nothing to do with anything. It didn't have nothing to do with anything. But as we go see, the same way as Tisha's working her little magic on one side of the world, Marsau is working his little dirty magic on the other side. So it's like, I don't understand why Trisha's lying for it. Like, I really don't get it. And the thing about it is, when she's lying and she's telling Ken this and she's equipping Ken with the story, Ken gonna look like a dummy, basically giving first eyewitness accounts on something that he wasn't there, based off of hearsay that his lying. Not even his wife. Who is she?
Not even fiance, really. A girlfriend.
Person of interest, you get what I'm saying? like he's with, you get what I'm saying? Let's keep going, Blair.
Yeah. And then another thing I have to say about the scene is that one thing I really do admire Mel about is her self-control.
Yeah.
During this whole situation of them talking about when Trish went over to Martell's house and trying to figure out the timelines of exactly when it happened and all that type of stuff, a lot of people would react to a situation like that, would have a stank attitude for the rest of the time, and would be rude, shut themselves up in the room and not want to deal with nobody.
Maybe.
And hey, that's not a wrong way to react to things. But with Mel being the host, I admire the fact that she can make a decision within herself that I'm not going to respond to this, and I'm going to move forward with the vacation the way that I intended, regardless of what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
So that's something to where I was just like, okay, Mel, like your silence can be annoying at times, but also, you know how to control yourself and when to pivot situations to where it doesn't have to bring down the whole vibe of the show and the situation. You're right. So,
but my thing to that too. What is Martell's mistress name?
Ariane.
Yes, I think like we know who is Martell's person of interest is.
Okay,
it's her, and I think Trisha coming out of the woodwork of maybe a one-off. I don't know if that is as hurtful as your husband impregnating basically his mistress that he's been with forever. You get what I'm saying? So,
okay.
So even if, let's say she did find out, or she came to the mindset of, you know what, you did sleep with Martell. It's like, okay, like he cheated on me, but it's like he had a whole baby with this one person though. So it's like, I get it. Maybe she would feel some type of way, but at the same time, I think, truth be told, we make Martell's story of him cheating and who he's sleeping with a bigger deal than I think Mel feels at the moment. I think Mel is just like he's a cheater. Like it is what it is.
I would just feel away because I invited you on this vacation and gave you a nice room and you didn't tell me this beforehand.
And that's disrespectful.
And that in a way that's disrespectful. Because in a way I'm trying to get to know you, but you're keeping certain things away from me, and it can be looked at as sneaky.
Was it a nice room? It's kind of, you made me share a room.
Well, she wasn't in Kimmy and Tisha's room.
I mean, but
she wasn't in the bunk beds.
Okay, that's still not a good room. Let's keep going.
So Stormi and Trish, they are leaving. It's the next day they're leaving. They have things that they have to tend to with their kids, so they go ahead and leave.
Do you believe that?
I don't know.
I don't. I believe after that conversation, I think Stormi got arrested allegedly for a millimeter. And that was her time, her only time that she probably go be in a room with Mel outside of the reunion. And she wanted to know, where does she stand?
Yeah.
Oh, you rock with that? I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm out. That's
fair.
I think that's what Stormi did. And Trish is like, I'm rocking with you. You know, I'm leaving with you, you know?
So Kimmy, Tisha, and Mel, they are on the pool talking together. And, they tell her that she has done a really good job of planning the trip.
Yeah.
Kimmy says that a lot of the tough conversations actually ended with some resolve. And Destiny coming on the trip didn't turn out horrible.
Okay.
Mel did say that it was weird how Destiny sat beside her at dinner because she doesn't understand why Destiny keeps pushing the situation.
That's crazy work, man. To do all that kissing of the behind just for you to be called weird.
Exactly.
Tragic. Let's keep going.
They noticed she seemed withdrawn during some conversations, and Mel said that Stormi's comments was pretty much delusions.
Yeah. She
had to shut down because she didn't want to say anything that she didn't intend or want to say out loud.
Yeah.
So she also talks about how Trisha and Stormi did not say goodbye to her before they left.
Because they don't rock with you.
Mel was not tripping about the Martell conversation because she knows he's a hoe. He's divorced because he's a hoe.
Pretty much.
Kimmy didn't want to bring up that because they really didn't know the timeline and all the details of the situation. And Tisha says she brought it up because she wanted it to be addressed in front of everybody so that everyone could hear at the same time exactly what happened with all the details.
Like that matters.
Mel says that she feels that Trisha is just a liar. Since she's met her, she's lied. She talked about how she had a fiance, then she was divorced, but she's actually still married. And Kimmy agrees that when the stories change, you look like a not honest person.
Yeah.
Mel says that there have been double standards regarding girl code, specifically when Trish was firm about the Sunni Moses situation, and that's why Mel called her out at dinner because she was making all these faces to speak out on that. Mel just knows the type of people that she wants around her and the people who need to go left.
Hey, listen, I will say her piping up about the Sunni situation I was like, well, wait a minute. You kind of new to this cast. Like, why does it matter to you? But I will say this, though. And this was basically a throwback scene of basically the OGs. There's no Mel friend, Mel bodyguards there and things of that nature. There's no Stormi. There's no Trisha. It's Tisha, Kimmy, and Mel. And I will say this from a watcher who watched all 9 seasons. Tisha and Kimmy, y'all know y'all don't like Mel. Y'all know y'all don't like Mel, and Mel is probably like the feelings is mutual, right? So even all of this nice pleasantries of like, oh, you're doing such a good job with the planning and things like that, it kind of is sour when you know that Tisha don't like that woman. It came out in reunions, after reunions, that she said Mel has an evil spirit and things of that nature. So just this scene in itself was, I think, Mel does a good job, which is kind of like, it's kind of a backhand compliment, but really it's not. It's like, okay, the same thing as Mel's friend accused Tisha for, Mel's doing the exact same thing in this scene. Basically like, I know I don't like you, but I can play nice. I can, I'm going to be mature. But it is very evident that they don't rock with each other. And Tisha, in some ways, in my opinion, was being passive aggressive with the, the reason, because Kimmy even said, like, and I said that we shouldn't bring it up looking at Tisha. And like, Tisha knew what she was doing. Tisha was just trying to be passive aggressive and basically, be everything Mel said. Tisha was a parrot and like repeated it at some point of the trip. You get what I'm saying? With the whole F Destiny, guess what? Mel said F Destiny. It's like Tisha, you don't like this woman, and it's very evident you can't trick me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really didn't have much commentary on that scene. Yeah. I did enjoy seeing them all together without, all the extra people and have a little OG moment. I do feel like Mel has gone above and beyond to plan this trip for these ladies. This was a really, really nice trip, and they had really fun excursions. And I felt like it was interesting as a viewer to watch them get to have all these great experiences and see all these different views. Like, it was a fun vacation to watch.
I just want to go home. I'm still on this island. I've been on this island since season 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
So the ladies have a boat day.
Yeah.
Mel says that she went out of her way to make everyone feel comfortable. She did think it was rude that Stormi and Tricia left without speaking. And Mel says, if you are that mad, then you shouldn't have came.
Stop right here. I think it's also rude to change your number or to basically like just cold cut somebody off. Like, I think that's rude.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I would say, even though I do agree, it probably is rude to not at least let the host know, hey, I have to leave because I have kids, or whatever excuse y'all had. Mel, don't try to act like you are the role model of politeness and things like that. There's a lot of things and a lot of people you cut off just off of the strength of you just being Mel, and you told Stormi, hey, if you want to get in contact with me, DM me.
Yeah. That was wild, because especially Stormi walked Mel around and kind of took her under her wing when it comes to walking her around her warehouse and showing her about her business and how she became so successful.
You're right.
And she really even stuck up for Mel when it came to the Destiny situation and taking Mel's side. So I really do think Stormi thought that she and Mel were closer than they were. Yeah. And Mel acted like she was just another fan or a coworker. So Shanita says that when people defend the truth, they don't go on a long drawn out explanation. Y'all keep asking clarity from Trisha, who is not a clear person, and she's not going to give it.
That's fair.
Shanita says that she gave Martell the hot pocket, allegedly.
Oh my goodness.
And I will say that's true. Trisha, her stories be changing. You be trying to get clarity from her. It's a lot of stammering. I'm not going to go on speech impediments. Okay, but
thank you.
Sorry, but because I don't know if that's what she has or if she's trying to think up lies. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Complete detour away from going in on speech impediments. Okay, let's keep going.
Mel has another surprise for the ladies tonight.
Okay.
Nell asked if Destiny has been talking to Lance because she and her son Lance seem to have some type of chemistry, but Nell doesn't think that he is ready for a serious relationship. He's still just having fun. She's like, maybe they can have fun together, but that's about as much Lance is good for right now.
Hey, look, that's Destiny's type, ain't it?
I guess.
Moses, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Now asked if Sunni has any kids, and Sunni shares that she's going through an IVF journey, but it is uncomfortable that she's talking about this in front of Destiny. Destiny even felt uncomfortable hearing the conversation as well.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through to give one word for what the trip has been for them. Then Mel asks everyone to write that word on the scroll that they received in the invitation bottle. They're going to place it in a bottle and put it in the ocean to release it.
I mean, very, very, very prepared trip. I just want to go home. You know what I'm saying? Anything you thought about this scene?
No, not really.
Well, let's keep going.
So the guys meet up for archery. Martell pulls Moses and Chris to the side to see if Moses is still planning on purchasing the home that they showed him. Moses says they're not quite ready to buy yet. Martell says, whatever you want, I can build it for you. Y'all, that's a lie.
Okay.
Martell don't have his builder's license.
He knows somebody that knows somebody. All right.
So Martell brings up Destiny and asks if they're still in love. Moses says that she loves him, but his wife is not going for that. He does have love for Destiny because they have, been friends for over 16 years. Yeah. But their relationship fizzled out. They hadn't seen each other probably 8 to 9 months before he got with Sunni.
And this is what I don't understand about Destiny and Martell's friendship, right? When it comes to a divorce, whoever you came in with, that's who you leave with. You get what I'm saying? Meaning that, hey, Destiny, you are Martell's friend. I don't know why you start trying to be Melody's friend and things of that nature. Martell, you are Destiny's friend. I don't know why you are even asking, quote unquote, her op, hey, are you still in love with Destiny? What did that have to do? That was a hurtful thing to Destiny, even though I feel like, hey, this was a boyfriend, not a husband. But my thing is, like, even to bring up that question, knowing that Destiny is your friend, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, Martell and Destiny move weird when it comes to, like, their allegiance to each other when it comes to friendship. You know what I mean?
Martell says, well, we don't know who's going to be the side chick. And Moses says his wife is his wife, and we all know who would be the side chick in the situation.
Wow.
Talking about Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Martell says that he's loyal, and if Destiny were to say no to selling the house to Moses, he wouldn't do it.
He's a liar.
Don't believe him. because he just been saying this whole time, business is business.
You wouldn't even show them the house.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Then all the guys get back together. They talk about the issues that the ladies have been having on their vacation. Yeah. And Moses says that a lot of people have been coming for his wife, specifically Trisha, who spoke up against her. Marsau brings up how she trained Martell, and Martell says they said that they never trained. Yeah. Martell apparently slid into her DMs to get some training. Marsau was dropping all the tea. And Ken says, it really doesn't matter. This was all before me. And Martell says, it's really nobody's business, so I don't know why you're even bringing it up. True. So Maurice asked Ken, so you read the DMs? And Ken said no. Wow. You don't even got no evidence on you. Martell says he didn't try nothing with her. She was cute, and he slid into her DMs. Then he would, meet the girl and see if there was a vibe, if he wanted to try something, and he never tried nothing with her. He said she came over, she watched some TV, maybe she had some wine, and that was about it. Stop right here. I know a lot of people don't like Martell, which he has earned 9 seasons of earning people's dislike. But one thing we can all agree on, there's no way that Trisha trained Martell. If there was one guy on this show that didn't need training, it was Martell. Martell was training Marsau at one point. So my whole thing is like this whole story of I went over there for training. You was training Martell? Yeah. Stop it. That's like me saying I'm training Ken. I'll give him this little bit of bail, which I hate to give him. He could have slid in her DMs, asking to train with her. I mean, fitness people do like to work out together. You know what I'm saying? So I could imagine that might have been his end in getting her over. But yeah, that wasn't his intention. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So Marsau says, we only have one eyewitness here, but Ken is the one over here doing the talking. Yeah. He is going to be listening to Martell and not Ken as far as what happened. Of course. Courtney just says in the confessional that Ken is patient. He wouldn't be in no type of situation like this, but hopefully Ken and Trisha can work this thing out so they can stay together. Yeah. Courtney dips out. He says, I'm gone. Wow. He's like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm out. Marsau fills Ken in on the conversation he had with Marquez. Marsau told Marquez that, no, you did not just leave your wife. You left your wife and your children, and you left them to fend for themselves. You need to humble yourself when it comes to Ken. And Ken says that he doesn't think that Marquez really even wanted Trisha. He just didn't want anyone else to be with her. And he talks about how he was in another situation with another married woman before. Wait a minute. And going through the divorce or separation is harder than what people make it seem. Marsau says that all he knows is what his married fiance said. Basically, Marsau talking about Trisha and saying that Ken only knows what Trisha be telling him, and he might just have to learn the hard way. Oh yeah, he gonna learn the hard way. Yeah. Maurice is wondering or telling him, why are they still married? Talking about Trisha and Marquez. There's only one thing that'll keep you holding on, and that's the love. What are your thoughts on this whole scene overall, Blair? My thoughts, I don't know. Ken is just going to do his best to listen to Trisha. Trisha comes across as a liar, and people aren't not going to believe her because she comes across that way. So Ken is best not repeating the things that Trisha says, and he's just going to be made to look a fool in front of everybody. So it's unfortunate.
Ken did too much talking for someone who wasn't there.
Yeah,
too much talking. You get what I'm saying? And my thing is, don't get it twisted. I think Martell's a liar too.
Yeah,
like I think it's in him, not on him. You know what I mean? But Ken, he did so much of defending his girl's honor by repeating what she is saying. I know Ken don't believe what she is saying. That's why he say little things such as, listen, it all happened before me. You know, that's why he could say something like, well, you know, now like it's my turn. You get what I'm saying? Because I think he knows, like in his gut, that this is a weird situation, this is a wild situation, but he's going to do his part to defend his girl. And that's what Marcel was saying in the confessional. He going to learn the hard way of just repeating what somebody tell you and taking it as the gospel to use to support your argument. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? He should have just left it like, just like, this was before me, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, this was before me, it doesn't matter. She could have, everybody have a past. I had a past. She had a past. Kind of a present with her husband. It all happened before me. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Anything else on this episode?
That's all I got.
Listen, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. We see y'all next week.
Bye.